Hello, I'm Claire Louise Hay from BeHealing.com, and I've made a new pick a card read for you. What can you expect in the next 7 days? Now, this is a timeless reading, so whenever you're finding it is good for the guidance for your next 7 days. And it's a general reading and then a love reading. So I've made 3 of them here: crystal, a flower, and shell. And I've also made a deeper dive and an extended version to each of these. So if you find that it is your story or could be your story, you might want to get that, because in the deeper dive I'm going to go into guidance for you in each of the areas that comes up in this reading to help you out with whatever it is that you're going through in these next 7 days. More information about that. And for the love part of it, I'm going to go into how this might all play out with possible timelines as well. So if you're interested in that, toward the end of each of these readings there'll be a link that pops up there. You can find a link for that in the description box and in the comments, where you can also find your timestamps to jump ahead to your reading. So all you need to do now is take your pick. Which one would you like? Would you like the crystal, an amethyst? Would you like the flower, which has already started falling apart, but it's still cute? Or the shell? You might want to watch more than one. Totally up to you. Use your intuition. Go with the first one that pops into your head, the first one that attracts you. And yeah, enjoy your reading. Don't forget to click like on this video down there. Leave a comment as well as you're watching it. I love to get some feedback from you. Find out who it is that I'm reading for and what it is that I'm reading as well. It helps my channel out too. Thank you to all of my subscribers for your ongoing support of my channel. Very much appreciated. And if you're not a subscriber, please consider clicking that subscribe button along with that notification bell. I do a daily energy update every single day of the year. I do 3 of these pick a card reads a week, including always one of these, what you can expect in the next 7 days. So subscribers, you can use it as a weekly read if you want to. But as I said, it is a timeless reading, so whenever you get to it is good for you. Spirit's always going to try and get that information that you need to you at the right moment. Don't forget. And I also go live 3 times a week as well in my Psychic Cafe show. I do general channeling in there, but I also give mini reads as well. So if you've got a burning question for your higher self, if you want to try out my readings, come along in there. It's for donations for those mini reads. So there you go. Enjoy your reading. Click on the timestamp down there and I'll see you in your reading. If you chose this crystal, then this one's for you. Let's find out what you can expect in the next 7 days, crystals. Now, as always, there's going to be a deeper dive to this, so an extended reading that goes with this. In that, I'm going to go deeper into everything that comes up in this reading. And for the love part of it, this is a general reading and then a love reading. And in the love part of it, I'm going to go into how this might all go down and possible timelines for all of that as well. So if you're interested in that, toward the end of the reading, you'll see a link popping up in the corner up there. You'll find a link for that in the description box and in the comments below. So let's get some cards out for your crystals and find out what you can expect in the next 7 days. What's coming up for crystals in the next 7 days? Cards, guys. What have you got for crystals in the next 7 days? Now, in the next 7 days, we do have a full moon that's coming up as well. Toward the end of it, if you're watching it when I publish this video, that is. Now, this is a timeless reading, so whenever you're getting to it is good, but we might have some full moon energies coming out in this because of it. Yes. Yes, we do, because this is a card that came out in the full moon update. So, crystals, you've got the golden moment. It's time to take action on something. It's time to head off on a new path here. It's action time. It's go time now. And let's find out more. So this could be something that you've been waiting for a while. There's going to be something unknown about it though, because you've got the mystery card out here. So yeah, it's not all going to be known. You're going to have to take a leap of faith here in the next 7 days is what I'm getting, or at least get yourself prepared to take that leap of faith. It does feel like it's something that you've waited for, but then the universe might throw you a curveball in this, so it might not be exactly as you wanted it to go. So there's an element of the unknown in it. But I do feel like it's time to take action. Golden moment. It could be a golden opportunity coming in for you here. So tell us more for crystals. What's this all about? What can they expect in the next 7 days? What can crystals expect in the next 7 days? What can crystals expect in the next 7 days? 5 of Cups. Feeling left out of something. Or focusing on what you're going to need to leave behind more so than what you're moving toward. Now, there is also always something to let go of. I told you the full moon energies are going to come up in this. Full moons are always about letting go of stuff. There is always something to let go of when we're moving in a new direction. And this next 7 days, you could be focused on what it is that you need to leave behind in order to move forward on a new path. So it could be all about that, in taking a considered approach to whether you're ready to leave that old stuff behind. What else? Got the Page of Swords, so do look at the details in all of this. This could be someone who's noticed you, someone is wanting something from you, giving you an offer as well, getting in touch with you, and that's what could instigate this golden moment for you to move forward. But yeah, you will be focused a lot on what it is that you've got to let go of in the next 7 days in order to take this new path, is what I'm feeling. What else? I'll get clarifiers out for all of these as well. You have the Ace of Swords. There is a new start, a bright idea, some kind of a new idea instigated that instigates a new path. Opening up for you here. And the Queen of Cups along with the Three of Swords, but there's something for you to let go of, something that you've opened to, receptive to. So you're not being asked to let go of something that's like you couldn't care less about. You're being asked to let go of something that you've got an attachment to, that was being good for you. It's kind of gonna break your heart to let go of it, but there is something better on the horizon for you. It's still something that you've got to let go of, or if you are making the decision to move forward. Let's find out more about this. Why the Five of Cups? How come you focus so much on what it is that you're leaving behind? It could just be the process. Well, let's see what the cards say. What is it? The Queen of Inspiration. Because you know what it is that you want, right? And you're going to go and take action. You're going to get it. Maybe you hadn't... even though it happens every single time, there's always something to let go of in order to move forward. Maybe you hadn't thought about that. And this week is all about thinking about that. Suddenly you realize, oh, this new path that I really want, that I've asked for, that I want to take action on, has come. But now I realize, I've got to let go of this thing in order to take it. And I hadn't thought of that. And yeah, it's not a dilemma, but it's more of a getting used to it. You're going to have to get used to that is what it takes. Giving that thing up is what it takes to take this new action. It feels like you're going to. So there's a truth behind that. Like I said, we always have to give something up. That's why the Death card is about rebirth, really. There's always something to give up. That's why we have a full moon. There's full moon energies every month to let go. The new moon to start something new off, the full moon to let go. It's that constant cycle of letting go. It's the truth. It will always be like that. We can't hold on to everything and take it forward. We do have to let go of things. The easier it can be about that cycle, the easier life will be for us. Page of Swords, you're going to be looking into the details here. Oh, wishes. And like I said, this Page of Swords could be a message from someone coming in, someone that's noticed you. They might be offering you a job in a different location. Maybe it's the location that you need to leave behind. They could be offering you a relationship, and it's the one that you've wished for, but there's something to leave behind. Maybe it's just your singlehood. Maybe, yeah, I don't know. But looking into the details of that, of an offer, but it's more the internal. It's not like looking at the details of the offer and asking them about it. It's more, is this truly what I desire? Is this what I've wished for? Is this what I've hoped for? Is this where I want to go? It's that kind of thing. It's more of an internal dialogue, looking at the details of where your mind goes to on that, how it makes you feel, and is it in line with your desires? Past, present, and future. Is it the next step forward in your life from what you've been through in the past, where you are right now? Is this the future that you envisioned? Like I said, there's going to be some unknowns about it because we had that mystery card out, but you can decide whether this is in alignment with what you want. Ace of Swords. So an idea has instigated a new path here. or some information has. What's that about? It's about the Muse of Voices, so it's about clarity, gaining clarity on that. So an idea or some information comes in that instigates this new path opening up for you. So a decision needs to be made, and you need to get clarity on that. This is the King of Swords. You need to gain clarity on that decision for yourself so that you're making a competent, conscious decision to say yes to this. So you can't pin it on anyone else. It's going to be your responsibility. So yeah, you do need to make a decision in the next 7 days. It's important for the future. This is a whole new path opening up for you. What's behind that is movement into balance. So make sure that you come from a balanced perspective on this. Weigh up your options. Balance it up. Is this truly what you want? Is it worth leaving behind what it is that you've got to leave behind here? Is what you're being offered good for you? Is there something in it for you? Is there plenty in it for you? Is it what you want? It's those kind of questions. Queen of Cups and Three of Swords, because what you're have to leave behind is dear to you. It's going to break your heart to leave it behind. Wow. There we have the Muse of Inspiration, which is that I want what I want. Wow, along with the Muse of Materials as well. 2 kings here. But yeah, I want it, but I really want it, and I'm going to claim it. And this is like the stability with the materials here. So it might make you feel unstable to leave this thing behind, but it's going to lead to your passion too. So there's very much this weighing things up going on for you in the next 7 days of whether it's worth leaving this thing behind and moving forward toward a new kind of stability which feels unstable at first. Is your passion in it? Do you really want this? Yeah, how much do you want this, crystals? That's the question to ask. How much do you want this? Now, whenever we make change in our life, there's an instability about it, right? We need to be courageous in that. And there it is. The changes card is behind that. I mean, it's the nature of life. This is what change is about. So you're going through a process of change here. Do you want it? Are you going to choose it? What about your love life? What about the love lives of crystals in the next 7 days? Just wanted to see if another card wanted to come out there, but you've just got the passion card here, so a magnetic and seductive quality surrounds you at present. Enjoy it. And so your energy could be really high with this change that's coming in. You could be getting excited and opening up to that change. You could have a lot of people attracted to you at the moment because of that for you singles. And for some of you, this could be about passion in a current relationship as well. For some of you, I could be talking about moving into a relationship or moving in with someone. It could be an offer like that, taking things to the next level. And it could be very, very passionate connection. We've got a lot of ones on the table, so it could be that. Some of you. What else? Crystal's love life in the next 7 days. What can crystals expect in the next 7 days in the love lives? Take inspired action. Yes, one's on the table. It's not just about passion, it's about taking action on there. And so a full moon in Virgo. There's letting go involved with the full moon. Virgo takes control of things, takes action on things in a very logical way as well with Virgo energy. Taking inspired action. So there's this call forward for you to make a move here. But this week is more about like getting ready to make that move. It's about making sure that you're willing to give up what it is that you need to give up. What else? What else in Crystal's love life? A soul connection. Wow. Someone very important to your life here. A deep soul connection that you've got with someone. It could be your twin flame or your soulmate. You might be moving forward with them and a lot of passion, but there's a seriousness behind this as well. This isn't just like a fling or passion splash and dash kind of thing. It's more serious than that. I do feel like there's going to be a serious relationship offer on the table for you this week that you're considering, or one has come in recently and you're considering what you need to let go of this week, or yeah, it's just coming in and then it's just hitting you, even though it is what you wanted to be offered. It's just hitting you, well, the reality of it, of what you're going to have to let go to move into it. Deep soul connection. Wow. Yeah, we could be talking about soulmates, twin flames coming together here, or you might have come together already and be making a move forward, a solid connection, taking it to the next level kind of thing. You've got a gift coming in here, so they could come in with a sweetening kind of a gift for you, giving you a gift, taking you out maybe, but yeah, a gift, flowers. It could be a ring for some of you. Yeah, it could be a big offer coming in this week. Expect a gift. That's nice. It could be a grand gesture as well. I'm getting around this card. Somebody could be coming in with a grand gesture to show you that they're here to offer you something, that they want to offer you something. What else? What else can crystals expect in the next 7 days? Smoke and mirrors. You're not going to be seeing things clearly. So your emotions, I feel, could be getting involved here, and confusion. I'm not getting that anyone's trying to hoodwink you at all. I'm getting this just confusion. You know when you've got a big decision to make and you can get a little bit, our minds can be all over the place, racing all over the place. I feel like it's that kind of an energy of confusing yourself. So anything you can do to get clarity in this next 7 days would be good. Anything that kind of calms you down, gets you thinking straight. Maybe you've got a trusted friend, confidant that you might want to talk to about it. Doubt. Yes, doubt is going to creep in. You go through a process. Expect to go through a process in the next 7 days. It's something that you want to move forward on, but you're not going to be sure about it. There's stuff to leave behind. You're going to have to think about that. You're going to have to think about whether this is truly what you want and get yourself to some kind of a place of stability. Just know that there's going to be doubts. There's going to be a lot of thoughts. You might be on a thought roller coaster and an emotional roller coaster this week. Offering all to the divine doesn't mean negativity never arises. But you can say, free me from this prison of doubt. I cast this burden to you. Show me your will and restore me to faith and confidence. So you're going to be getting yourself to faith and confidence this week, aren't you? Or trying to get there. You're never going to be fully confident, 100%. There's always going to be mystery on this path. But it's certainly the golden moment to head toward this. What else can crystals expect in the next 7 days? What else can crystals expect in the next 7 days? A cup. You should accept valid criticism. Okay. Now, for some of you, you're impulsive. You might be talking to someone about this decision you're making. They might be criticizing you, saying but this is just you being impulsive again. And it's not necessarily true. It's true that you have been impulsive, but it's not necessarily true that you've been impulsive this time. You do need to take on valid criticism, but not too much of that criticism. Have a level head around the criticism that comes in. Bull, do not back down from opposition. Show strength and fortitude, but still move forward, with your own wishes. Scissors, disappointment in some affair. So I think what's coming in, it's not going to be everything that you wanted exactly as you wanted it. There's going to be something different about it. But you are going to have to weigh up whether this is something you truly want to take action on in the next 7 days. So expect a lot of thinking going on in the next 7 days. If that sounds like it is your story or could be your story, crystals, you might want to get that deeper dive. So I'm going to go into each of these areas with guidance for you, each row of this of this, and yeah, to give you guidance, to help you through all of this. And also with this love situation, this soul connection, someone coming in with a gift, a grand gesture here, a lot of passion. Let's find out how that's going to go down and how it's going to play out with possible timelines with all of that. If you're interested in that, I'll pop a link for it up there. There's a link in the description box and in the comments below as well. It's just 20 Australian dollars, which is about 15 American dollars right now. It's an instant watch kind of thing. You do need to get your email address right, otherwise you're not going to receive it. The email might end up in your spam, your junk, or your promotions folder if you're on Gmail, so do check in those places. And once you find that email, you'll see in there that there's a link to the crystal, to the flower, and to the shell. You need to click on that crystal and on a device where you can open PDFs. In that PDF, you'll see some information about the reading. You'll see a special free gift in there as well, and a picture of a video. Click on the picture of the video. You can watch it right away. So there you go. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to click like on this video down there. Leave a comment while you're down there as well. Let me know what's going on, what this is all about. I'd love to know what I'm reading about here. And thank you to all my subscribers for your ongoing support of my channel. It's very much appreciated. If you're not already a subscriber, please consider clicking that subscribe button along with that notification bell down there. I do a daily energy update for the collective every single day of the year. I do 3 of these pick a card reads a week, including always one of these, what you can expect in the next 7 days. So for you subscribers, you can use it as a weekly read if you want to do that. And I go live 3 times a week in my Psychic Cafe show as well. I'd love to see you in there and give you a mini read in there, so come along sometime. So if this is where you're leaving me, good luck, enjoy your week. And if you're coming with me to the deeper dive, then I'll see you in there very shortly. If you chose the flower, then this one's for you. Let's find out what you can expect in the next 7 days, flowers. As always, there's going to be a deeper dive to this, so an extended reading that goes with this. If you find that it is your story or could be a story, you might want to get that, because in that I'm going to go into everything that comes up in this reading at a deeper level, more for advice for you, help you through it. And also, this is going to be a general reading and then a love reading. So for the love part of it, I'm going to go into how this is all going to play out, along with possible timelines for that. So if you're interested in that deeper dive, toward the end of this reading, you'll see a link that pops up there. You can find a link for that in the description box and in the comments below as well. So let's find out, what can you expect in the next 7 days? Flowers. Let's get some cards out for flowers. Give you a better view here. Flowers. Okay, to dance with joy. Wow, great. 7 days you can expect. A lot of happiness. You might be partying. Could be some kind of a celebration. You might be going to a wedding or something like that. Christmas parties. This is a timeless reading, but I think a lot of you will be watching it like around the time that I'm publishing it. So what else? What else can flowers expect in the next 7 days? Meditation. So a kind of a spiritual emphasis in the next 7 days, and a paradox as well. So something kind of, a spanner being thrown in the works, or something something that you didn't expect. It could be something going wrong. It could be something breaking down or something going wrong. Just as like you're having a great time and things are working out and it's really good, a paradox happens, like something goes wrong and it's like, I thought I was in the flow. I thought everything was going good. And it kind of is. Let's find out why. What can flowers expect in the next 7 days? What can flowers expect in the next 7 days? Those? Okay. Starting out with the 6 of Cups, this is the soulmate twin flame kind of an energy. It's also the nostalgia as well. Could be an ex coming back into your life. It could be someone that you've had a past life with here. Or it could just be looking back. Oh, it could be like a reunion with a friend or something and looking back in the past, reliving old times, talking about the past. 7 of Cups, a choice to be made. There could be confusion around a choice to be made this week for you. I'm just looking at the ladders that are on here, snakes and ladders. Is something taking you up, like adding to your life, or is it a snake like taking you down? There could be some confusion about that. Is this thing a good thing for me or not? 7 of Pentacles, tending to the environment. This is just like living life as usual, you know. Tending to the environment, just getting things done. We'll get some clarifiers out for all of this. And the 9 of Wands here. So this is the Wounded Warrior card. This is the one that's defensive because you're triggered, because some kind of a situation is making you think or reminding you of something that's gone on in the past, and you could get triggered in that, with that, react in a certain way. And it's not about the person or the situation that's in front of you, it's about something that happened in the past. Let's find out about all of these. What's behind all of these? Six of Cups. Why have we got the Six of Cups here? Is it the soulmate twin flame? Is it reminiscing with somebody? Queen of Materials. For some of you, you might be catching up with an old friend from the past. An old friend from a time in your life where you were more materially focused. So maybe less into the spiritual stuff and more into the material stuff. This is what could be triggering you, because you might realize just how much you've changed, how much wiser you are now, how much you've learned about yourself and about life, what your different focus is now. You've got a new stability. The Queen of Materials is very stable and she's successful. You might have had an outward kind of a success when you knew this person before, but now you've got more of a stable inner kind of success, and you might just be realizing that this week. So I feel like you've got a gift coming in of someone getting in touch with you or spending some time with someone from the past that makes you realize just how much you've grown and how much more stable you are now. And it could be that you don't have as much materially now, but you've got much more inside of yourself. Not that there's anything wrong in the material. And if that's the case that I'm talking about here, you had a lot materially before and you don't have so much now, but you're much richer within. Your next stage will be marrying the two together, stepping into abundance. So whatever is happening this week, it's divine timing for this to happen, for this reminder to happen, for this reminiscing to happen. Now, it might not be someone coming into your life. It might just be you reminiscing about that. You could have a memory that pops up, or a dream. It could be instigated by a dream, and in a dream, and reminding you, it's like, wow, that's what I was like back then. It's important information. It feels like you're reminiscing about an old phase of your life that had a very particular stability about it, a very particular vibe about it. And then there's you now that's got a very particular vibe about it. And I feel like your future that you're headed toward is kind of a mixture of the two. You might have needed to turn your back on the vibe that you had then in order to get to where you are now. But the next step is to marry them both together. I think I'm talking about the material and the spiritual, and your next step is to marry the material and the spiritual together. So you might have turned your back on the material stuff, or you focus on that, to enter into this spiritual phase of your life, next phase of your life, bringing those two together. So I do feel like you've got success on the horizon, which this makes sense then, because this card here, this Queen of Materials, she's down here. She's this little one down here. This is a big poster of her being successful. She's made this because she's got a big event kind of thing, and she's kind of invested in herself, saying, I am this. So you are headed toward future success, and it's divine timing for you to make that change now, to embrace like this and that. There's nothing wrong with the old me, but I did need to kind of turn my back on that old me to go through the phase that I've been through. But next phase is the marrying of them both. Seven of Cups. There's confusion about a choice to be made here. Is it better for me? Is it a snake or is it a ladder? Snakes and ladders. Tiddlywinks. Well, I've got the Seven of Cups. Oops. Nine of Voices. So it's causing you anxiety. There's a choice that's causing you anxiety because you might not be able to see, is this better for me or worse for me? It could have something to do with what I've just talked about. So, because say, if it's true that you were in a very material kind of a focus thing, when younger, and you saw the limitations of that, you wanted, a spiritual awakening, there's got to be more to life than this, and you've headed into a more spiritual phase. A lot of people turn their back on materialism at that point, and then you get yourself into strife and you realize maybe there's nothing wrong with materialism after all, but it, needs to be married with the two. And so a choice to be made, it could be your path forward isn't clear because your past choices could have been very clear about, no, I'm leaving that behind because I'm not that anymore, I'm this now. There's something to embrace in the next 7 days of your past and realize that you weren't so wrong after all, but you did need to kind of disown that part of yourself to be where you are now, but you need to bring it back. You need to own that part of yourself again and bring it back. It's causing anxiety though because it might feel like you're going backwards, but you're not going backwards. What's behind this is sexual energy. Oh, I hadn't thought about that. So I'm talking about relationships here, am I? It might feel like you're going backwards. So you could be attracted to somebody who is like who you used to be attracted to with that old version of yourself. And you thought you'd changed now. This is interesting because it's reminded me of myself. I always used to be attracted to a certain type when I was younger and more materially focused. And then I went through this kind of spiritual phase, which was really my healing phase. It was when I was very traumatized and damaged. And I kind of went for the safe kind of people that were also not that safe really because they were also traumatized. And so there's a lot of grief that we were giving each other at the time. Wound mates kind of thing. And now I am attracted to the kind of people that I was attracted to in the first place. So you could be going through that process of realizing who you were, who you really are, and marrying your old self with your current self to create your new self. Tending to the environment, says the Seven of Pentacles, and this is what that paradox could be about. You're all of these things. Can't disown yourself or anything that you've done in the past. It is a part of you and it's a valid part of you. Well, I've got the Seven of Pentacles here. Tending to the environment of what? No. Ace of Emotions. Ace of Inspiration. Wow, 2 aces. Ace of Emotions and the Ace of Inspiration. Turning to the environment so you can, it's like you've planted the seeds and now you need to tend, you need to water those seeds. You need to put your energy into what is growing here because you've got a fresh new start. Now this emotions and inspiration need to take action. It's passion, it's love, it could be something that you're passionate about doing, like a job kind of thing, but it could also be about the kind of person you're attracted to or a particular person that you're attracted to as well. You need to tend to that environment, so you need to have your focus and energy on this right now. I feel like it's got something to do with this decision that you've got a bit of confusion about as well. Is this really good for me? Am I going backwards here? You've got a fresh start here and you need to have your attention on that. Your attention and your focus on this at the moment. What's behind that is integration. Integrating different parts of yourself. So the confusion could be here that you disowned a part of yourself in the past and you need to integrate that back in, and that part of yourself. So in my example before, say if you had had a materially kind of focused life earlier on and then you pushed that away and said, no, I'm not that, I'm this, had a spiritual phase of your life, it could be now that you need to integrate and you need to focus on building your pentacles up again, saying, actually, no, I do need to have that. I need to have that stability. I need to have that abundance and that success. It is a part of me. I wasn't right to turn my back on it, but I kind of was right to turn my back on it because I needed to go through the phase that I was going through, maybe to heal yourself. So the tending to the environment, it needs to change now. So I feel like a lot of you could be tending to your spiritual environment a lot. And that's why you've been putting your energy and your focus on healing and on, all of those spiritual pursuits. And now to have this fresh start, you need to get focused back on the material. But it could be the other way around for some of you. Yeah, could be. Nine of Wands. Why is the Nine of Wands here? Oh, that's too many. Nine of Wands, Seven of Materials again, tending to the environment. Ah, the Wounded Warrior. Okay, so your boundaries have been up, and that's where you've been putting your energy. That's where you've been tending to the environment. So, yes, the majority of you have been in a healing phase. You've been having to focus on the spiritual to heal yourself and to get through that as a wounded warrior. Having your boundaries up to other things. And now there's a shift. As you bring those barriers down because you're healed enough, you can start tending to other things in your life, planting new seeds and tending to that instead. So there's a definite shift. What I see in a lot of people as they're healing themselves, they can tend to start disregarding their body. Like, don't really care about their weight or their health and stuff because they're just so focused on the spiritual and think that that's the most important thing in life, and it's the only thing in life, and they disregard everything else. Their abundance, their success, their body, health, things like that. But we are everything, and we've got to find some balance. I feel like you're bringing parts of yourself back in the next 7 days. After being wounded and having to kind of not focus on those things. Honoring your energy and honoring all of your energy too. I mean, you deserve it all. Bring all of you back. Honor your energy. You deserve it. Wow, so what's happening in your love life? Predominantly going to be a happy week, by the way. We've got the Dance with Joy there. What's happening in your love life? Ooh, that looks like a nice card. First card out is this one. Close your eyes and tell yourself that you deserve to feel joyful. There you go, I told you. You deserve to feel joyful. You can allow joy into your life regardless of the circumstances you currently find yourself in. So some of you could have gone through a wounded phase where you kind of turned your back on joy. And maybe the material joy kind of thing, and material success, and finding joy through that. And there's nothing wrong with that. And relationship too. When it comes to matters of the heart, there's no right or wrong. Every choice you make expands your understanding of life and love. Some of you got someone coming back in from the past that you loved, but you turned your back on them because you thought they weren't you, they weren't right for you, because you had a shift in your perspective in life and decided that that wasn't you. And they were aligned with that. They could be coming back into your life. This could be someone from a long time ago as well. Not for all of you that. I mean, the majority of us just move forward from relationships and they really truly weren't right for us, especially if you've been through all this healing as well. It's unlikely that you're in a healthy relationship if you've had all this healing to go through. But some of you might have had one. What else for your love life? So I expect a bit of a shake-up. I expect to be you might be shocked by who you're attracted to now, or by someone coming back from the past. Embrace the flow of life. Go with it. Oh, the full moon in Gemini. This is the full moon that we've got coming up. If you're watching this reading, when I'm publishing it, this is the next full moon that we've got coming up on the 19th of December, 2021. This is a timeless reading, by the way, so whenever you get into it. But you've got that energy there of embracing the flow of life, so flow with it. Life flows us in different directions. It's like, now focus on this. And like, okay, and now focus on this. It's like, oh, I was wrong to focus on that. No, it's just flowing. Like, you get balanced in that area, take that area to the next, to the next level. And then this one, and then this one. It's not that you're wrong. Be proud of yourself. You've come so far. Yes, this is a level up. It's a level up week, for sure, for you guys. Reflect on your priorities. What are your priorities in love? We're talking about love life here. Be proud of yourself and how far you've come. You're doing really well. Healing yourself. Yes. And now going for more balance in your love life is what it feels like here. And recovering some kind of attractive pattern that you used to have. Not of the damaged people kind of thing and unhealthy relationships, but that just... yeah, I think you're going to be attracted to the kind of people that you used to be attracted to long ago. Trust, before your trust issues came up. And control. So people from the past could have been controlling. And your antidote to that could have been to control instead. Like, to go for the safe ones, to be in control of it. You might be like, but really I want a passionate person, and they're the ones that I'm not in control of the relationship and I need to trust them. And that's true intimacy. Yeah. You're leveling up. You guys are leveling up in a lot of aspects of your life here, and I feel like your love life is going to change as a result. It might surprise you. It might be surprising to you as to who you're attracting into your life and who you're attracted to in your life now. So there's a willing release going on in this next 7 days of, it feels like this wounded warrior of barricades that you've put up to try and protect yourself. And you might be letting those down there, going, well, it's not really, well, it is protecting me, but it's protecting me from having like joy and dancing with joy and love, true love, and all of that. You've also got forgiveness out here. So yeah, you didn't go wrong. I mean, the phases that you've been through are exactly right. So do forgive yourself for that. Don't make yourself wrong for this. That is, do the self-love thing when we're moving forward. When we're graduating, we don't make the last part of our life wrong. Don't do that. Forgive yourself for it instead and keep on moving forward. Remember, go with that flow. Go with the flow of life. What else can you expect in the next 7 days? Could feel a little bit unsettling this week because what you thought you knew about yourself is changing. But that's a good thing. It's leveling up. It's graduating. Teapot, deep friendship with someone of the same sex. Could be getting together for a pot of tea with a friend. Desk, pay attention to your work. So don't let that slide with all of this stuff that you're going through this week. Cain, pay attention to your health as well. Oh yeah, you see those energies that I was picking up on there. So like I said, you might have been overly focused on the spiritual, not paying attention to your health, not paying attention to your work and your abundance. And that is coming back in now for you to pay attention to that. Now it could be coming back in as a tower kind of a moment of the universe saying, hey flowers, you've got to get focused on this. Now balance yourself up. It's not just about the spiritual. There's got to be a balance here. It's always about balance. Always about balance. Wow, there you go. So if that sounds like it is your story, it could be a story, then you might want to get that deeper dive. The extended reading that goes with this for some guidance. I'm going to go into guidance for all of this that I've gone through, and also how this love life stuff might play out, because I think there's going to be a different path opening up in your love life here. It very much feels that way to me. So if you're interested in that, I'll pop a link for it up there. There's a link in the description box and in the comments below. It's just 20 Australian dollars, which is about 15 American dollars right now. It's an instant watch kind of thing. You do need to get your email address right, otherwise you're not going to receive it. And that email might end up in your spam, your junk, or your promotions folder if you're on Gmail. So do check in those places. In that email, you'll see a link to the crystal, to the flower, and to the shell. You just click on that flower on a device that you can open PDFs with. When you open that PDF, you will see some information about the reading. You will see a free gift in there as well. And you'll see a picture of a video. Just click on the picture of the video. It says all of that in there, but I think some people don't read and they just email me instead. So click on the picture of the video. You can watch it right away. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to click like on this video down there. Leave a comment. Let me know what's going on. I'd like to know what I'm reading here and what it's about and who it's for as well. So do let me know. It really helps my channel out as well. Thank you so much to all of my subscribers for your ongoing support of my channel. It's very much appreciated. If you're not already a subscriber, please consider clicking that subscribe button along with that notification bell down there. I do a daily energy update for the collective every single day of the year. I do 3 of these pick a card reads a week, including one of these, what you can expect in the next 7 days. So subscribers, if you want to, you can use it as a weekly read. But it is a timeless reading as well. You can use it like that. Whatever you want. Do whatever you want with it, really. It's all good information. And Spirit will help you get that information when it's timely. So trust in that. And what else do? I go live 3 times a week in my Psychic Cafe show. So come along to that sometime. I'd love to see you in there. I'd love to give you a mini read in there too. So there you go. Thank you so much. If this is where you're leaving me, then enjoy your week. If you're coming with me to the deeper dive, I will see you in there very shortly. If you chose the shell and this one's for you, let's find out what you can expect in the next 7 days, shells. Now, as always, shells, there's going to be a deeper dive to this. That is an extended reading that goes with this. If you find that it is your story or could be your story, you might want to get that, because in that, I'm going to go into more detail, guidance for you in all of the areas of the stuff that comes up in this reading. for each section. And also, because this is going to be a general and a love reading, for the love part of it, I'm going to go into how this might all play out, along with possible timelines for that. So if you're interested in that, toward the end of this reading, there's going to be a link that pops up in the corner there, and you can also find a link for that in the description box and in the comments below for this video. So let's get into it. What can Shells expect in the next 7 days? You got immortality, something that just will not die. Something that will not let go. The flowers look like the flowers here. Something that just will not let go. It could be a repeating pattern or a repeating circumstances, like not this again. Sometimes that can happen in our healing, can't it? We think that we've let go of something. We had a major aha, like maybe a few times. And then we go through the same experience again. It's like, this old thing? I still haven't healed this? Are you sure? What? You got connections here as well. So people, it's all about people for you this week. People coming back around again. There could be a problem person in your life keeps on coming back around again. You keep on trying to finish it and it comes back around again. There could be something more to learn. Let's get in on this energy. Find out why it's happening. What can Shells expect in the next 7 days? Yeah, it could be that. Like an ex coming into your life or an old friend or something, and it's like you thought you'd put a lid on it, you thought you'd finish that, you thought you'd let it go, but it comes back around again. 10 of Pentacles, that's a nice start. So this is kind of the happily ever after kind of thing. It's your fulfillment, but it's you're having your pentacles, you know? The house, the home, the success, the happiness, the relationship. Everything that you want there, everything that you want. There's a state that's like a state of accomplishment there, of, you know, feeling like you've got it all, really. 5 of Pentacles, feeling left out of that there. Feeling like it's not available to you. It could be because like the same lesson is coming back up again and you're like, seriously? What else? What else can Shells expect in the next 7 days? A Tower? Wow, okay. What else? A Tower moment. So some kind of a surprise from the universe. The universe stepping in to break something apart or to bring something back into your life that you haven't fully dealt with yet. Oh, what's coming out here? And the Star. Hopes. Hopes for change. Hopes. I don't know why I'm saying hopes, but instead of hope. But let's see, maybe you've got a few different wishes here. And maybe these next 7 days, the universe is bringing something in to change, switch things up, or to get you to face something again so that you can head toward those hopes that you've got. Tell us why the 10 of Pentacles is here then. Changing your mind about it. Oh, changing your mind about it. Okay, so that idea of everything that you want, when you'll be happy, when you'll feel fulfilled, a sense of accomplishment, you're changing your mind about that now. So, some of you, Shells, you might have been looking for a certain thing. It's like, I'll be happy when I get that job, or I'll be happy when I get that relationship, or when I have this and that. And you could have accomplished that, you could have got it, and then not feel very good about this. And that could be that. This whole thing again, this feeling of it's time to move on, you know, when the wind's blowing and you're like, oh, change again. I thought I'd got it all this time and it's not. There's still something lacking in my life. There's something that's missing. You're changing your mind about what you thought your happily ever after was, what having it all means to you. Oh, don't we hate it when we do that? It's like we get into a relationship, we think this is it, it's great. And then a few years later and it's not. And you think, damn, I thought this was the one, and now I'm going to have to carry on down that relationship path and get back into dating again and all of that. Your path is ongoing here. That's all it is. It's not that you chose wrong, but you're changing your mind about what will truly make you happy because of what you've experienced, and it hasn't been your be all and end all. Stripping illusions and inner journey. So there's more to go. Of course, life isn't over yet. You're not dead yet, and so there's more to go. Stripping illusions. Yeah, so you had an illusion that it was the be-all and end-all, that you're going to live this thing forever. Live in this house forever, you're going to have this relationship forever, you're going to be in this job forever, and it gets taken away from you is what it feels like. Maybe just recently, or maybe this week it's getting taken away from you. Something that you thought was set in stone, but I feel like the unrest was already there. Five of Pentacles, so feeling left out. It's like, why can't I find that happily ever after thing and be stable in that and want what it is that I have for the rest of my life? Well, nobody can, to be truthful. We can make better and better choices. We can learn about ourselves, get wisdom, make better and better choices for ourselves. And I do believe, well, my guides tell me that we can do that. Like, we can get a relationship that will lock in, that we'll grow together with. We can. But it takes a lot of self-love and growth and healing ourselves to get to the point to be even available to that and to be the person that can be there for someone in that long term like that. But liken it to, do we ask ourselves, oh, why can't this job last forever? We tend not to. We tend to be okay about shifting jobs, you know, and change to happen that way. So why not in relationships too? For some of you, it could be about that. It's like this feeling of, how come I'm left out? How come everyone else manages to find this relationship that's happily ever after? Well, I'll tell you what, that isn't the truth, because my guides tell me it's not. They tell me, oh, these other relationships that you're looking at from the outside that you're imagining are great. They're not. You've already rejected those relationships. You've been in one that feels like that and you've rejected it already. When I was getting divorced, I thought, wow, I had this feeling of like, why can't I do it? How come everyone else can do it and I can't? So you know what I did? I went and asked all my friends, all the people that I knew, old, middle-aged, younger, that had these, what I thought were great relationships, certainly long relationships, and I went to all of them and said, what's your secret then? Because I couldn't do it. And they're like, well, to tell you the truth, we should have split up ages ago. Every single one of them said it. Every single one of them. And that really took the burdens off my shoulders, because I'm like, well, no one's doing it. It's an impossible task. Well, it's not impossible, so the guides tell me, but it's only the masters of relationships, the masters of yourselves. It's only a very high vibrational people that can actually do that. So take the pressure off yourself. You've got the Five of Materials again. Five of Pentacles behind the Five of Pentacles, huh? But the Knight of Voices. So there's like a swift way out of something here. And I feel like the swift way out is just taking that burden off yourself and realizing, oh, I'm not doing something wrong. No one can do this. It's just, you know, it's like saying, it's like getting into a new job and saying, how come I'm not a master tradesperson at this thing? How come I'm not like perfect at it and I didn't go viral straight away and make billions of dollars? You wouldn't do that because you realize there's a path to it. There's a path to mastery. Same with relationships too. I feel like I'm talking about relationships here for you guys. For some reason I do. I think I'm talking to you guys, and you are starting to feel like a failure because what you thought you wanted you got, and it didn't turn out to be the be all and end all, and you're like really discouraged by that. And you've got to change your mind about that, because it's a path. It's just a path to mastery. What's behind this? Joy. So yeah, you've got joy available to you in the future. You just need to take the pressure off yourself here. It's not true that we should be able to be masters every step of the way. So the Tower, something's falling apart here for you guys. Shells, this week something's falling apart. Wasn't built on solid foundations. It's been slowly crumbling. Oh, so this isn't a shock tower lightning strikes. It all suddenly falls apart. This has been coming for a long time. It's been slow coming. It's been in the works for a long time. Slowly degenerating, crumbling away, that tower. It was always going to fall down. It wasn't built on solid foundations. What are the solid foundations? Well, it's the inner work that we do on ourselves. The healing, the self-love, the empowering ourselves, the really knowing ourselves and what it is that we want, gaining our wisdom from all of the experiences that we've had and really mastering ourselves in our lives. Then choosing something that we love to do, or someone that we'd love to be with. So what have you got behind that? You've got retreat. So there is something to leave behind, to withdraw your energy from. It's not the death card. It's not like something to leave behind so you can have a fresh start. It's more like this isn't working. I'm going to retreat my energy from it while I make sense of this, because things seem to have gone wrong here. So your hopes. You've got further hopes for your life. You've got hopes. Got to tap back into that this week, what your hopes are for your life. So you could have been settling in a way and have given up on some of the dreams that you had. You still got them, and you can still head toward them, and it's going to bring you joy and passion. There's a new path for you to take here. That life isn't over yet. You're trying to lock things in and become too stable before it was time to, is what I'm feeling here. And there's still things for you to uncover. There's still life for you to live here. There's still passion for you to find. Healing energy and masculine energy, so very well could be talking about relationships here. You could be healing any issues that you have around the masculine, around men. It's got something to do with this. So you could have been forfeiting your hopes and dreams of what you really want in your life and settling for what you could get in a job or what you could get in a relationship so far, but there's so much more available to you. It's a kind of a triggering week for you guys of needing to change your mind about where you are at. It's like a conceding defeat in a way, but it's getting real that you hadn't got what you thought you'd got, and it's crumbling, and it slowly has been crumbling. And even though you've been wanting to ignore the signs of it crumbling, you can't ignore them any longer. You can't ignore those signs any longer. What's going on in your love lives? Wow, well, let's get you some help in all of that in a deeper dive. What's going on in your love life? Some of you are heading toward a breakup. I thought maybe that's what it was saying, but some of you are headed toward a breakup here. Freedom, because you've got freedom in your love life. So some of you could be setting yourself free to reach for greater heights. There's nothing stopping you. The path is clear if you want it to be. So it's only your mind that's stopping you. You need to change your mind about that, so you're not locked in. Some of you could really believe in marriage, which kind of is counterintuitive to that path to mastery, to lock something in for the rest of our lives so that we don't have any more growth. To lock something in before we've mastered ourselves for the rest of our lives so that there's no more growth. That's not a very wise decision to make, really. We should only be able to get married like once we are much, much older. And even then we'll probably change and grow and learn. But unfortunately, we can only have children when we're young, so swings and roundabouts. When you pass from this world, you'll take nothing with you but your soul and the memories you've shared with those you love. So go for more joy, be open to change in your love life, and don't take it so seriously. Be lighter on yourself. Like some of you could be really hard on yourself this week going, I'm a failure because I couldn't make it work. Well, do what I did. I'm talking about breakup situation here, or it's heading that way. You're retreating your energy from someone. Do what I did. Go around asking all of those couples that you know. You'll find it out too. What else? What else for shells in their love life in the next 7 days? What can they expect? What can shells expect in the next 7 days? In their love lives? Too many. Nothing comes out and then too many come out. What about them? These ones. Trust all will be well. You're not a failure. They're not a failure either, whoever you're involved with. Trust all will be well. This will work out. It reminds me of a breakup that I went through, and my ex said that to me. It's all good, because I was very upset. He said, it's all good. We were both were, in fact. And he said, you know, I can just feel it. It's all going to be okay. And he was right. We needed to move on from each other. And it was. And it is. It took a while for it all to be okay. But it will be okay. Know you are loved. The universe loves you. And you are loved. And you will find love again. You will. What else? Self-worth. You're worthy of so much more here. Self-worth. So your self-worth could be raising up. You could have been like trying to get, you could have raised up, like you could be like next leveling, and you're trying to get your partner, whoever you're involved with, to level up with you. Just wasn't happening. Not on the same page, not on the same path. If you think about it, if we're learning and growing and going through this transformation, which is why we're here, what we're here to do, to meet somebody and for the chances for them to always be going in the same direction as us, that's very slim. And like the possibilities of that get better, the odds of it get better the more we know ourselves, the more that we've grown and the more wisdom that we've got, because we'll choose better for ourselves then. We're more likely to assess the situation if we're really compatible and if we are really wanting the same things in life and heading in the same direction, or likely to. Anything could happen though. You never know. Like one of you could get an illness, could transform your lives completely and end up on different pages. But there's a level that we can get to of knowing ourselves and of wisdom where we can at least make a best decision that it's more likely than not likely. You're healing your heart this week. Raising your self-worth and flirting as well. Could be lightening up about it all too. Flirting could kind of get a little bit exciting that you might be out there on the dating scene again. Could like fire you up. Fire your energies up. Let's put it that way. You know what I'm talking about. What else can you expect? A higher view. So take a higher view of all of this. Don't be at like muggle level of this, going, this is terrible, this is wrong, it should last forever. Take the spiritual perspective on all of this, which is what I'm trying to share with you in this reading. What else? Calmness. Keep calm, carry on. The inner divine is the witness of all, remaining still and quiet even during intense turbulence. You could be going through intense turbulence this week. So take a deep breath and then say, quiet my mind, dear Lord, may your peaceful calm take over. Try and calm your mind. Do like the posturing around things that calm you down, especially if you're in a lot of emotional turmoil this week. Things like gardening. I don't know, I'm not a gardener, but that came into my mind. Sports is what I do. But something that, occupies your mind and gets you into your body and into the moment so that you're not stressing out about things. What else can shells expect in the next 7 days? What can shells expect in the next 7 days? Woo! It's a month. I'm not going to take that. Oh, that's good. Right, let's find out what this one is. So starting out with the dragon, beware of self-delusion. So don't delude yourself. I mean, I think all the evidence is going to be there for you to see, so don't ignore it anymore. Don't go, oh, pretty red flags. And don't be like, what elephant in the room? I don't smell elephant dung. Don't be like that. Beware of self-delusion. It could be very easy to sweep this one under a rug and say, no, everything's fine. It's not, is it? Four-leaf clover, great and good fortune. This is what I said. Yay. This is good luck. It might not feel like it at the time, but it is. Nest, an emotionally secure, loving family is important to you. And maybe you found yourself in this happily ever after that didn't turn out to be a happily ever after. And it could be like, start again. Oh, God, can I even do this? Maybe I should settle for what I've got. But you can do it. The universe wants you to have it. It doesn't want you to miss out on that. You can have it. Your life isn't over yet. That's what I'm hearing. Your life isn't over yet. The universe wants to head you in this direction, and this is why there's a tower moment, and it's been crumbling for a while. Because you've got these hopes here, the star, and the universe wants to get you there. It wants you to get you to your hopes. It wants you to continue to grow and evolve. It doesn't want you to get stuck where you are. There's much more ahead for you. So there you go, shells. That might be a bit of a shock to you, but I don't think so. I think like the Knight of Material says that this has been coming. This might be the first time that you've kind of owned up to that in yourself, maybe. Anyway, if this sounds like it is your story, it could be a story. You might want to get that deeper dive for guidance in all of this. And also how your love life might play out as well, to give you a bit of a boost. Because you've got good things coming, I'm sure of it. So if you're interested in that, I'll pop a link for it up there. And there's a link in the description box and in the comments below. It's just 20 Australian dollars, which is about 15 American dollars right now. It's an instant watch kind of thing. You do need to get your email address right, otherwise you're not going to receive it. The email might end up in your spam, your junk, or your promotions folder if you're on Gmail, so do check in those places. And in that email, you'll see a link to the crystal, to the flower, and to the shell. You need to click on that shell on a device that can open PDFs. In that PDF, you'll see some information about the reading. You'll see a special free gift in there too, and you will see a picture of a video. Click on the picture of the video and you can watch it. All of those instructions are in each step of the way, but for some reason I need to tell you all as well because some of you don't read. We've got short attention spans these days, I know. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to click like on this video down there. Leave a comment as well. What is this all about for you? How is it resonating with you? I do love to hear about who I'm reading for and what it's all about, who I'm tapping into here. Thank you to all my subscribers for your ongoing support of my channel. Very much appreciated. If you're not already a subscriber, please consider clicking that subscribe button along with that notification bell. I do a daily energy update for the collective. I also do 3 of these pick a card reads a week, so always one of these, what you can expect in the next 7 days. So for my subscribers, you can use it as a weekly read if you want to. If you so wish, you can use it in any way, which way you like. It's good whenever you get to this reading anyway. Spirit will always try and get you the information to help you in the current situation that you find yourself in, don't forget. And I also go live 3 times a week as well in my Psychic Cafe shows, so click that subscribe button along with that notification bell. Come along to that sometime. I'd love to give you a mini reading there. So there you go. If this is where you're leaving me, have a good week. If you're coming with me to the deeper dive, then I will see you in there very shortly.